It's Madden NFL 24. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Bengals and the Niners. And it comes your way next.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
They were Super Bowl opponents twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So nothing doing there, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Purdy will set up to throw it here. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. McCaffrey on the toss right. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's at the cornerback position.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, but how about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff in field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. And sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
At the 32-yard line.
Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your post sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. Taken in at the 22. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Back to throw, Purdy. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Throwing here, Purdy. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Purdy bootlegging it. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Good yardage after the catch as that played good for 30 and a first.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I've never given enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
At the 3-yard line.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to extend their lead.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL. So they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. They'll run the screen with Moss. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Unnecessary run defense. We don't do what we do.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He'll swing this out to Moss. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Burrow toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Brown diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10. Here's Purdy. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Play action. Now Purdy. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. They'll roll him out right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Purdy off the play fake. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 2. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports halftime report
certainly
now.
treated to an entertaining first half.
Take it away,
Both
Coach.
these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. Both these teams running through their final adjustments before they head out for the second half. Time for us to go back to Levi's Stadium as we'll hand it back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bengal offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work.
Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Burrow will throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defense.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 54 yards, and they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa. Purdy looking to throw. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and now that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 20-yard line.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have got it back to within a score. An extra point try now for Moody. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. T. Higgins leading the Cincinnati receiving corps out for this upcoming series. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
And when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
You get hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Final minute now of the third quarter.
11.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
And the Bengals first down.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
Here we go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Burrow. Here's Higgins out of the right side. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, who can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on third down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. McPherson's kick is good, and it will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But then
now a loose football. The ball comes out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here. And a solid run down inside the 30. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On second down, McCaffrey. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. This is McCaffrey on the give. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Niners have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Well, this has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here taken in by Gesicki. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. That was short one to Gesicki, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Again, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3. They're going to run for it. It's Moss. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
First down, here's Burrow. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. To throw, Burrow. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to run some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And he will have a Niners first down, and that ought to be the run that seals the victory. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Moody good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 10, 33 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. And that's into the hands of Gesicki. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run. Now Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Nick Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.